Today we will talk about globalization. Globalization is not new though. For thousands of years, people and later corporations have been buying from and selling to each other in lands at great distances, such as through the famed Silk Road across Central Asia that connected China and Europe during the Middle Ages. Likewise, for centuries, people and corporations have invested in enterprises in other countries. In fact, many of the features of the current wave of globalization are similar to those prevailing before the outbreak of the First World War in 1914. What is globalization? Globalization is a process of interaction and integration among the people, companies, and governments of different nations, a process driven by international trade and investment and aided by information technology. This process has effects on the environment, on culture, on political systems, on economic development and prosperity, and on human physical well-being in societies around the world. Globalization comes from globe and means the worldwide coming together of countries and nations. This process has effects on the environment, on culture, on political systems, on economic development and prosperity around the world. Globalization creates greater opportunities for firms in less industrialized countries to tap into more and larger markets around the world. Thus, businesses located in developing countries have more access to capital flows, technology, human capital, cheaper imports, and larger export markets. The effects of globalization, more efficient markets, should be what every economy strives for. Essentially, the sign of an efficient market is where there is an equilibrium between what buyers are willing to pay for a good or service. Increased competition. Anytime that you have multiple producers competing for a hold of the economy, that's a good sign for consumers, as the quality of goods and services often goes up as a result. Increased investment. Globalization has also enabled increased levels of investment. It has made it easier for countries to attract short-term and long-term investment. More wealth equality throughout the world. Although many us contend that their standard of living has gone down because of globalization, the flip side to this is that hundreds of thousands of people around the world now have jobs, have started their own businesses and can provide comfort for their families. Access to new cultures and the spread of technology and innovation. Globalization makes it easier than ever to access foreign culture, including food, movies, music, and art. Many countries around the world remain constantly connected, so that knowledge and technological advances travel quickly. Because knowledge also transfers so fast, this means that scientific advances made in Asia can be at work in the United States in a matter of days. Globalization is deeply controversial. However, proponents of globalization argue that it allows poor countries and their citizens to develop economically and raise their standards of living, while opponents of globalization claim that the creation of an unfettered international free market has benefited multinational corporations in the Western world at the expense of local enterprises. Local cultures, and common people. Resistance to globalization tries to manage the flow of capital, labor, goods, and ideas that constitute the current wave of globalization. References on description. Thanks for watching.